Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 33rd Annual Awards Ceremony for Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association. We are pleased to see so many of you here, and I would like to start the evening with the presentation of colors. Please say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation.
Let's bow our heads in prayer. We thank you, Lord, for bringing us here this evening to honor those who volunteer and serve in our wonderful, beautiful county. As we learn more about each individual this evening, open our eyes to the opportunities available to us to broaden our horizons of service to our fire companies and through them, through our communities. Make us aware of the blessings you've already given us, and make it abundantly clear those needs that are yet to be met by us for the safety and security of our citizens. And may we be doing so much good for the safety and security of those in our community that we keep you busy showering us with blessings. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite President James Graham to the podium on behalf of Walkersville.
Welcome to Walkersville, everyone. Once again, it's the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company's honor to host the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association and Ladies Auxiliaries Annual Awards Recognition Program. This program recognizes members' outstanding performance for both last year's efforts as well as some for decades of service and support of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association's mission to provide services to the residents of the county. This tradition continues tonight as we honor many for a job well done. Congratulations to all those receiving awards this evening, and on behalf of all the residents of Frederick County, thank you to all the volunteers serving the county, as service to humanity is the best work of life.
Thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to invite your county executive to the podium for some opening remarks and some presentations.
Good evening, everyone. I was just checking on the order of the ceremony here to make sure I didn't mess anything up this evening. I am so grateful to be here on behalf of all the residents of Frederick County, really to truly thank each and every one of you. All of you, whether you are in operations, in administration, whether you're here supporting a family member, some of you who've been members of your volunteer corporations for decades, others who might be brand new junior members. We're so grateful that you have chosen to serve our community, that you've chosen to put service above self, and really recognize that by stepping up and volunteering, you're helping to make life better for the residents of Frederick County and really adding to that just exceptional quality of life that everybody holds so dear in our community. I'm grateful every year when I have the opportunity to come to say thank you and also to help recognize everybody who is receiving an award this evening, because truly without you and your commitment, and for many of you, your legacy of service, because I know there are multiple generations of volunteers in this room, you are really part of what make Frederick County such an incredibly special place to live and a special place to call home. So thank you so much on behalf of all the residents of Frederick County. And now this evening, I have the privilege of doing a special recognition for volunteers with 70 plus years of service. Yes, you heard that correctly, 70 plus years of service to their volunteer corporations. And so I'm very excited to be able to recognize two folks this evening that truly have dedicated decades of service to their volunteer corporations. The first certificate is proudly presented to Robert Bobby Dutro for over 7 years of long-standing service to the New Midway Volunteer Fire Company and Frederick County. We offer our appreciation and recognition of the tremendous impact you made in the lives of many through your decades of volunteer service. And so on behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, I commend you for your contributions to the community and for helping to shape the bright future of Frederick County. Is Bobby able to come to get the certificate this evening? Yeah. Wonderful. Bobby, thank you so much. Is Dom's family here? Okay. I am also so honored this evening to present a certificate of recognition to Carol Zimmerman for 74 years of longstanding service to the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company and to Frederick County. We offer our appreciation and recognition of the tremendous impact you made in the lives of many through your decades of volunteer service, and present this certificate on behalf of all the citizens of Frederick County. We'd love to recognize you as well, Carol. And I believe, is Carol here? Would you like to take this on behalf of Carol? We appreciate that, Jim. Thank you. Again, thank you all so very much for your incredible service, and I look forward to being able to recognize all the awardees this evening. Thank you. Before we move on to our next award, I do have one other special recognition that I would like to make this evening. So we have a special certificate of recognition for a very special member of our community who we lost too soon. I'd like to invite the family of Dom Lasguardo to the stage if they're available to come join us for this special recognition. Okay, thank you. Thank you all so much for being here this evening. This certificate is presented to Dom's family with deep gratitude to honor the life and service of your dear Dom. We thank you, his family, for the profound sacrifice you have made alongside your loved one. Behind every hero is a family whose strength, patience, and love provide the foundation for their service. Dominic's life story is defined by a call to service, a call he answered consistently, selflessly, and often at great personal risk. To reflect on his journey is to see a man who does not simply belong to a department, but one who embodies the very spirit of the fire service. On behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, I extend our eternal gratitude to you, his family, for sharing him with us. The courage he displayed was a reflection of his values and the love you all shared. May this certificate serve as a lasting testament that his name will never be forgotten. Presented this 20th day of April 2026. Thank you all for your legacy of service that I know will continue in his memory.
At this time, we would like to welcome Jeff Charay, the president of the County Fire Rescue Association, for some opening remarks.
Well, forgot my paper at home. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's very important in which all the chiefs and the presidents do their submissions for awards. It's a great honor and a pleasure to be your president of the association. We're working very hard for you guys. Thank you again for coming out for the hosting of the Walkersville. Truly appreciate it, and I'll be assisting in handing out awards. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to ask Jean Main to come to the podium. She is the acting president for the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association Auxiliary. Jean?
Good evening. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you. Everyone has many of times and years involved. Thank you for your support. The Frederick County Volunteer Fire Company Association and Auxiliary, thank you for your involvement. We are here to continue and to support. The president is Jean Main. The secretary is Debbie Smith. Treasurer, Lisa Miller. Assistant Treasurer Historian, Kim Shelton. Chaplain, Cynthia Romp. And Guard, Kay Wood. Thank you.
It now gives me pleasure to invite the new man on the block to come and say a few words. Jason Blake, Deputy Chief Director, Division of Volunteer Services.
I got to put these on to read. You guys know how I feel, right? So good evening. I'm Jason Blake. I'm the new Director of Volunteer Fire Rescue Services. I look forward to meeting with everyone and getting started in this new endeavor for me. You know, tonight we're here to recognize dedication, courage, exceptional service of our volunteers. And we're honored to celebrate these achievements and the impact that they make every single day. Thank you for joining to recognize these outstanding men and women who are in our fire rescue family, who are putting tons of time and hours away from their family to give back to their community. And I hope tonight some of this recognition really helps them realize that they're being very proactive and being able to give back to their community in every little way, whether it's on incidents or administration, it all counts. And I'm looking very forward to meeting everyone and, again, handing out a lot of awards. So thank you very much, and please, I'll be here for a little while later. I'd love to meet you if I haven't already. Please introduce yourself. I'm a pretty friendly guy, so thanks.
And the top guy, Chief Tom Coe.
It's fantastic seeing such a great crowd tonight. Honorees, members of the Fire Rescue Service, public officials, and guests, it is a pleasure to be with you this evening. Tonight, we gather to recognize several members of our service for their selfless contributions in service to their neighbors. Tonight, you will hear about heroic acts performed during response to complex incidents, as well as stories of lifetimes of service performed for our fire departments. The stories you hear tonight are just a snapshot of the hundreds of thousands of hours of dedication that the volunteer members of our service provide to our community annually. To all the members of our volunteer fire and rescue service, whether it's responding to an incident, performing administrative duties, or working a fundraiser, thank you for stepping up to the plate to answer your community's call for service when they need you the most. You continue to truly make a difference in the lives of your neighbors. Congratulations to tonight's award winners on a job well done, and a thank you to each and every member of our fire service for keeping the residents of Frederick County safe. Thank you.
I'd like to invite President Brad Young for a few remarks, and I believe you have an entourage with you.
Great. I didn't bring any remarks, but I can always make a few. I do want to thank you for being out here in beautiful Walkersville, and thank you to all our firefighters for all you do. Our community is a safe and welcoming and beautiful place because of all the great folks that we have here and the folks we have here in the room tonight who dedicate so much time. And I go to a lot of the banquets throughout the county, and you hear tonight too, the over 70 years, you hear that almost every company we have people that dedicate so much of their life to their community and to helping others, and you have my greatest respect for that. I did want to point out tonight we had other members of the county council here this evening. We are in District 5. We have Councilmember Mason Carter from District 5. You want to stand, Mason, say hi? The other member at large, Councilmember Renee Knapp. Councilmember M.C. Keegan-Air. And Councilmember Jerry Donald. And we do want to thank both Jerry and MC there in their third and last term on the county council for their almost now 12 years of dedicated service. Thank you. Thank you and look forward to hearing all the awardees this evening.
Thank you all very, very much. At this point, we have to have a slight commercial. When we do the presentations tonight, we would ask that the recipients come up on the right side of the stage so that they can have the grip and grin line. And then pause for your photo, and then exit to the left side. And at that point, would you please go all the way to the back, because we want to get another picture with the backdrop with the association flag on it. Any questions there? Okay. So for the first presentation tonight, it will be the Clint Hughes Award, and the reading of that will be done by Linda Canali. Let me get out of your way.
Junior Fire Company is very active in promoting fire prevention and life safety. The company has a presence at every first Saturday event in downtown Frederick. Important information is provided to everyone who comes by their display. In addition, on April 1st, the Fire Prevention Committee held AED training with the Ladies Auxiliary of the Junior Fire Company. Information was distributed on April 12th at the Community Easter Egg Roll held at Rose Hill Manor. On June 28th, information was distributed at the Children's Miracle Network event held at the North Walmart. During the In the Streets event held every September in downtown Frederick, Junior Fire Company holds its annual open house with demonstrations of life-saving procedures and distribution of information to all in attendance. In addition, Kim Shelton, a member of Junior Fire Company and chairperson of the association's Fire Prevention and Life Safety Committee, is accepting this award for Junior Fire Company.
Just a little background, the Clint Hughes Award is presented in memory of Clint Hughes, who was a longtime member of Braddock Heights Volunteer Fire Department. And it is through his efforts and prevention efforts in his community that that award was named for him. The second award of the evening is the James H. Stavely III Fire Prevention Award that goes to an individual, whereas Clint Hughes went to a department. So this award is presented to an individual or auxiliary who does the most in fire prevention for his or her community. And to help present this is Kim Shelton.
The person being nominated has over 21 years with the department. Working their way through the ranks, their current position is Assistant Chief. They oversee the extremely successful cadet and junior program as well as fire prevention activities. The nominee has built the cadet program into an integral and productive program, coordinating and teaching monthly training for members, passing along as much knowledge as possible. Numerous members have advanced from this program into cleared firefighters, drivers, and officers. The program continues to grow and prosper under their leadership. The nominee helps not only newer members, but firefighters, senior firefighters, and officers with training and learning new skills at regular monthly training, as well as impromptu training. They handle all public education requests and coordinate to ensure other members will be at the event. The event includes community days, National Night Out, Mayfair, and many more. Other tasks handled are social media and public relations to keep the membership and public informed of incidents and events that are going on in the community, posting fire prevention tips to keep the community safe. A fundamental leader on the administrative side as well, they hold the office of secretary, attends all company and board meetings, creates a monthly calendar, handles correspondence for the company, and chairs the membership committee. The member helps with bingo, coordinates the craft fair, and works at the annual carnival. The nominee is an integral member of the department with unwavering dedication operationally and administratively, who exemplifies professionalism, leadership, and compassion in their commitment to educating the community and fellow members, continuing to prove to be extremely beneficial and advantageous to the company and its future. The Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company proudly nominates Assistant Chief Christy Staley for the James H. Staley Fire Prevention Award.
It's my pleasure also to recognize two other guests that are with us tonight, and that is Delegate Valentine, if you'd stand please and be recognized, and Delegate Boucher. Thank you for coming. Our next presentation is the Everett Gaver Department Church Community Service Award. This award is given in memory of Everett Gaver, a longtime member and former chief of Middletown Volunteer Fire Company. It's presented to a deserving Frederick County Fire Rescue or auxiliary person who best emulates the qualities of Chief Gaver. Presenting this award, the reading of the award will be Emma Main, and that'll be assisted by President Schrey.
This individual joined their company in 2008 and the auxiliary in 2009. They served as auxiliary chaplain and secretary, and in 2024 was elected auxiliary president, a position they currently hold. They serve on various fire and auxiliary committees, including the update of the auxiliary constitution and bylaws. The individual is an outstanding worker with fresh, innovative ideas, creating new and interesting fundraisers, including banquets, bingos, soup and sandwich sales, pie making, and many other functions. They have taken over all ordering of supplies and food items for all the fundraising functions, spending countless hours before the annual Firemen's Carnival putting together a complete list of all supplies needed for all food stands, placing the order, and scheduling the delivery date. Once received, sorts according to each stand's needs for the week. They are a longtime member of Mount Tabor Church. This church houses two churches, the Lutheran Church and United Church of Christ. They have been the treasurer of the Joint Council for many years. They lead the adult Sunday school class every other Sunday when the Lutheran Church has the building. They have served on the Mount Tabor Park Board, home of the Big Slide, as secretary for many years. A lot of time is spent on the upkeep of the park and the slide all year round for the community and visitors to enjoy. This individual is an outstanding, trustworthy, honest, very reliable, and responsible person with a willingness to serve. She is an asset to the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company and Auxiliary, her church and community. The Everett Gator Department Church Community Service Award is proudly presented to Patricia Pat Riggs of the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company and Auxiliary. Pat is unable to make it tonight, so Linda Northrop will be accepting the award in her place.
Senator Bill Folden is also in the audience tonight. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Our next award this evening is named after Robert Bob Renner. It's in memory of him as a longtime member and officer of the New Midway Volunteer Fire Company and the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association. In recognition for the non-response activities conducted by a member of a fire and/or rescue department, an auxiliary, or a citizen or organization which benefited a department. Assisting in the presentation of the Robert L. Renner Department Serve Award is Bonnie Hurley and Chief Brian Pescatori.
Which one are you speaking into? Okay, this year's recipient joined the company in 1999 and is an outstanding worker with a positive attitude, has fresh and innovative ideas for approaching existing duties, and creates new and interesting potential fundraisers. Currently, she is secretary of the company, and her minutes take like 45 minutes to read. She hosts Santa's Workshop from 2008 to 2021. Has served on the Ridgefest Committee, Halloween Committee, just to name a few. Now she makes sure that her husband stays organized with the fundraising events and everything runs smoothly. She took over the responsibility of the annual parade with her brother in 2022. She has done a lot more and has donated lots of hours, food items, and time along with her husband. No task is too big, and any task that is handed to her, she will see that it is a success. She is outstanding, trustworthy, honest, very reliable, and responsible person with an enormous amount of potential and willingness to serve. Penny Stonecipher of the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company is receiving the Robert Renner Departmental Service Award.
You can. At this time, we will have the first portion of inductees into the Hall of Fame. This award recognizes distinguished service to the County Association, its auxiliary, and individual departments or auxiliaries. Nominations are based on distinguished service, whether it's active in the form of leadership or creative participation, and other rescue service to the association or the auxiliary or to a department. And this recognizes those people who have been doing this for at least 25 years. So when the recipient comes up, the recipient will receive a hat, a plaque, a brass member card that, you know, will make things go off in your wallet, and a certificate and citation as well. So in order to help us tonight with Hall of Fame, Jeff is going to help us do some presentations. That's why you're in the first chair. And our first reading is from Debbie Fox.
Good evening. This individual is being honored this evening with induction into the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Company's Hall of Fame. His outstanding commitment, leadership, and service to the fire rescue community. He exemplifies the values and tradition this organization represents. This recipient has been a dedicated member of the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company for over 32 years. He consistently demonstrates professionalism, integrity, tireless dedication, and the mission of protecting life and safety. His influence extends beyond the Walkersville Fire Company. He is a respected role model in the county and leader throughout. His career reflects the highest standards of volunteer service, making him a truly deserving candidate for induction into the Hall of Fame. Please join me this evening in congratulating Chad Barrett for his induction this evening.
Don't forget to get your picture taken.
That means you're getting old.
The next nomination will be read by Bonnie Hurley.
Okay. With 46 years of service, this inductee started his service to the community in 1979. A volunteer who is steadfast, selfless, and deeply committed to the department and the community. Throughout the career, has obtained numerous certifications progressing from firefighter level to command level coursework. Over the years has served as lieutenant, captain, second assistant chief, first assistant chief, deputy chief, and chief. Has brought steady leadership, sound judgment, and an unwavering focus on doing what was best for the department and the citizens it served. Has served on numerous committees and has consistently stepped up wherever needed. For many years, this inductee was the first and only paid firefighter through a cooperative arrangement with the town of Emmitsburg, where he was employed as the Director of Public Works. During daytime hours, when many volunteers were away at work, he was frequently the critical officer ensuring emergency responses, readiness, and operational leadership. He has given countless hours, provided steady guidance through change and challenge, and strengthened his department in ways that endure well beyond his tenure. Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association and Auxiliary inducts James Click of the Vigilant Hose Company into the Hall of Fame.
Our third nominee this evening, the reading will be done by Emma Main.
This individual joined their fire company in 1982 with 43 years of service. They received the highest fire company award, Honorary Life Member, in 2013. They are a member of the neighboring rescue company and are a role model and leader for both companies. Being a member of both companies, the individual obtained their EMT training in 1981, which they maintained for almost 40 years. In 1982, they took basic fire training and then more advanced rescue training in 1983. He became president of the neighboring rescue company from 1986 to 1987 and was extremely active operationally. He was on the Thursday night ambulance duty crew for numerous years and often a rescue squad driver and firefighter. He was also the first baseman for the fire company's softball team. Since 2009, he served administratively as assistant secretary of the fire company. As assistant secretary, they served as membership chairperson, taking on the needed task of reorganizing the membership records to a computerized database to make it efficient for years to come. They continue to be a vital asset to both departments for their dedication to fundraisers. He can be seen setting up for weekly bingo and sanitizing tables. On Thursday night bingo, they assist with calling back the winning numbers of our players. For our fire company's annual carnival in July, during the morning hours, he can be found making crab cakes to perfection. Once carnival starts, he mans the grill to help prepare those crab cakes and any other food in often over 100-degree heat. Their dedication through heat waves, storms, and chaotic crowds makes him a role model for new members just starting in their service. Currently, he serves on the fundraising, membership, scholarship, bylaws committee, and as a board of director for the fire company. Many years of distinguished service has been given to the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company, Walkersville Rescue Company, and community. The Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association and Ladies Auxiliary proudly inducts Richard Dick Gilbert of the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company into the Hall of Fame.
I think it would be really nice at this point if those people in the audience who are members of the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association Hall of Fame, please stand and be recognized. And in light of that fabulous number of years that they represent, I have a little factoid for you tonight. There are now, as of last month, 11 departments in our county that have 100 years or more of serving this community. Our next award is the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award. It is in memory of Winnie Crum of Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company and the Rescue Company, and recognizes accomplishments of a rookie, and that's defined as an individual who has less than 1 year of membership in the service, to the Fire and Emergency Medical Services. Winnie worked a lot with new members and helped them, she acted like a mentor and helped them get involved and get squared away with what needed to be done. In order to present this award, I'd ask Linda Canali to come forward, as well as Chief Barrick.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize this was my reading. The recipient of this award exemplifies the very spirit of the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award through his dedication, initiative, and unwavering commitment to his fire company and to the community at large. In February 2024, 4 days after turning 16, the recipient was voted as a junior member, the earliest age the fire department allows. As a third-generation member who has been part of the firehouse environment nearly his entire life, this milestone not only just a personal achievement, but the continuation of a proud legacy. He is currently a senior, and he is in his second year of the recruitment, what's it called? The internship program through the high school. He goes to take one class every day, and then he's at the firehouse where he is in his element. He completes the weekly rotations on the trucks and the ambulance, and in his spare time, he went to class, but then after class, he enrolled the EMT program and successfully completed that and passed the National Registry on his first try. Good for him, right? Yeah. His commitment extends well past emergency services. He is a familiar and reliable presence at the department fundraisers and community events. Eager to learn and grow, Riley, I know you, you now know who it is, has developed practical skills by observing and assisting experienced members with minor repairs. He listens respectfully as senior members share their knowledge and experience, demonstrating maturity well beyond his years. Among the memberships, he is consistently described as a great kid and a great teenager. It is with my pleasure that I announce that Riley Smith of the Urbana Volunteer Fire Company will receive the Winnie Crum Rookie of the Year Award. Take the hat off, Riley. I get a hug.
Our next award is the Louise Linhart Auxiliary Encouragement Award. It will be read by Lisa Miller, and presenting on that also is Joe Linhart. This is an award that the Auxiliary of the Urbana Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad formed to recognize accomplishments of a member of a fire and/or rescue department's auxiliary. The award encourages individuals in the community to become active, not only in their fire or rescue department, but also the department auxiliary.
This year's nominee is an active member in good standing in her auxiliary since joining March the 2nd, 2020. About a year or so after she joined, she had to have a hip replacement, which limited her activities. She served as auxiliary director in 2024, assistant treasurer in 2025. She's been very faithful in her commitment to the auxiliary, attends the regular meetings and special meetings. She is always helpful and pitches in to do whatever is needed. She has participated in the following events: apple dumplings, back to school bingo, car show, soup and sub sales, and pie making. She also helps out with other fire company events. The members of the auxiliary are really happy to have her. Her dedication and outstanding efforts for 2025 and prior years reflects honorable on the auxiliary. It is with great honor that I ask Lee Skipper of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company to come forward and accept this award.
Our next award is for an apprentice. This is the Charles Mutt Dieter Jr. Apprentice of the Year Award, and it's named in his memory, who was a longtime member of the United Steam Fire Engine Company number 3. It's given in recognition of accomplishments and outstanding service of an apprentice or young member of the fire service. The member has to be under the age of 18, and Mutt always referred to these as apprentices because the juniors were down the street, or up the street. So in order to do this, Emma Main's going to be our reader, and from United Fire Company, do we have a representative who can help us out? Otherwise, you get Jeff again. Chief Mark McNeil, do come aboard.
The individual joined their department in 2023 as a junior member. Although they were very active early in their membership, their dedication and achievements during 2025 have been exceptional. They help in the kitchen during our weekly Thursday night bingos or any time of kitchen involvement events. helping their father organize supplies, obtain food purchases, and even suggest new meal ideas. They help at our annual carnival, braving the high temperatures to prepare and serve food to our patrons every night. Their work ethic of sticking to it is difficult to find, especially in other youth their age. In 2025, upon turning 16, they took the next step in helping the community and their department by immediately taking fire training. In the fall, they completed Gear Up class. Next, they completed Hazmat Operations class. This allowed them to become an observer trainee permitted to respond to emergency calls. They are currently enrolled in Firefighter 1 class. These courses are a huge accomplishment and commendable in addition to her strenuous high school and college class schedule. They attend monthly training and operational work events such as lubricating our aerial, cleaning apparatus throughout the year. They are extremely helpful at public outreach events such as our open house in May and our trunk or treat event for Halloween. Her school counselor and former coach stated, "Through sheer persistence, she transformed herself into a vital, contributing member of the team. This growth mindset is exactly what the fire service demands: the ability to stay calm, take direction, and work tirelessly until the job is done." For her continuous dedication, impressive work ethic, and positive attitude, the Charles Mutt Dieter Jr. Apprentice of the Year Award is proudly presented to Anna Wilson of the Walkersville Volunteer Fire Company.
Our next award recognizes an auxiliary member. It's the Cleta Abrick Auxiliary Member of the Year Award. It's presented in the memory of Cleta Abrick, a longtime officer and member of the Junior Fire Company and the Frederick County Association Auxiliaries. It recognizes an individual who's been active in an auxiliary which is affiliated with the county association. Assisting in the presentations tonight, we have Lisa Miller, and from Company 2, Charlie Abrick.
This year's nominee is an active member in good standing in her auxiliary, as well as the fire company, since July 2015. She's been very faithful in her commitment to the auxiliary, attends the regular and special meetings, including fire company meetings and some county auxiliary meetings. She has been working in fire service fundraiser activities and event for both fire company and auxiliary since joining. She has served as guard for 10 years and served on several auxiliary committees in 2025 and prior years. These include the Christmas party, soup and sub sale, card show, back to school bingo, and many more. She is very friendly, has a quiet manner, and gets along well with everyone. She's always helpful and pitches in to do whatever is needed. She put in many long hours in 2025 as well as other years. She does this while also helping the Clear Spring Volunteer Fire Company and Woodsboro Volunteer Fire Company. She's an inspiration and role model for anyone who wants to give back to their fire service and community. Her outstanding efforts for all the years of her service reflects honorable on the auxiliary, it is with great honor that I ask Barbara Gladhill of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company Auxiliary to come forward and accept this award.
At this time, we have some more inductees into the Hall of Fame, and assisting us will be Lisa Miller, Bonnie Hurley, and Jeff Charay.
This year's Hall of Fame nominee for decades has embodied the very highest ideals of the volunteer service in the fire and rescue community. Through unwavering, selfless dedication, exceptional technical experience, steady leadership, and quite dependable reliability, he has made a lasting and meaningful contribution not only to his company, but to Frederick County and the border community we all serve. He began his career in 1976 at his fire company by rising steadily through the ranks, ultimately serving as assistant chief. Following his time in operation, he continued his service for many years as a valuable member of the board of directors, where he helped to shape the company's long-term plan to ensure fiscal responsibility and safeguarded resources needed to maintain our high standards in readiness and community protection. He served as the station's primary engineer, a role in which his hands-on skill proved invaluable. His mechanical experience at the department has saved the department many thousands of dollars over the years by performing critical repairs and upgrade in-house rather than sourcing them out. His engineering talents extend far beyond the engine bay. He played a pivotal role in one of the Frederick County's most important apparatus milestone, helping place the county's first rescue engine into service. Later, he was a key contributor to the design, specification, and development of the current engine 7.2 and the replacement of rescue engine 7.4. His practical insight and forward thinking ensure these modern units was equipped to meet evolving demands of emergency rescue. He has truly embodied the enduring spirit of volunteerism that defines both his company and the proud fire and rescue heritage of Frederick County. His lifetime of excellence and dedication has strengthened our organization, protected countless lives, properties, and set an inspiring example for current and future generations of volunteers. It is the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Company Rescue Association and Ladies Auxiliary proudly inducts Dwight Kugel of the Middletown Volunteer Fire Company into the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
Okay, this next inductee, we'd be here all night if I would have read his whole nomination, so hopefully I got the important parts. With more than 40 years of service, this inductee started his service to the community in 1980, has demonstrated commitment to both the fire service and the preservation of its mission. Serving at the department's public information officer for several years, he has been instrumental in strengthening public outreach, education, and community engagement. He was awarded the James Stavely III Fire Prevention Award in 2000. He has a professional career in fire prevention and life safety industry and keeps the membership informed and prepared. Has devoted significant time to preserving the company's historical and archives program. Through his dedication and attention to detail, he has ensured that their rich and vibrant history of service is carefully documented, protected, and remembered. He continues to lend a hand wherever it is needed, quietly ensures that things are done properly and safely, asking no recognition in return. His legacy is one of the professionalism, humility, and enduring dedication. Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association and Auxiliary inducts R. Wayne Powell of the Village and Hose Company into the Hall of Fame.
You're welcome. Yes, Wayne Powell was my breathing apparatus instructor back in 1972. I think you notice a theme here tonight, too. There's a lot of camaraderie. There's family involvement. There's people who meet people from all over the place, and I feel I can go into most cities and go to a fire department and say, you know, who I am and where I'm from, and I want to see your station. So it works out pretty well. Our next presentation is for the Fire Department Training Award. And this is calculated by the number of hours of training the individuals in a department have received divided by the number of active LoSAP members to get a number of, or a figure of hours per student. And just as an informational moment, EMT, when I took it, it was 84 hours. It is now 207, plus your national registry. Fire 1 used to be 60. It's now 138. And hazmat, you know, the mop and glow team, still 45 hours. And that's just your basic training. All right, Linda Canali is going to do the reading of the training award, and Jeff Charay will again be our assistant.
And I am prepared this time. Firefighters and EMTs need to continually train to learn new skills and refresh seldom used skills, to maintain proficiency through participation in formal training classes as well as station drills. The training hours earned are from July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. In third place, with 56 hours of training hours per volunteer, goes to United Steam Fire Engine Company. Will someone from that company please come forward? Jeff says Mark McNeil.
Ask him if he trained on the Lily.
The what? You say, I don't know what it is. Second place with 84 hours of training per volunteer goes to Newmarket District Fire Company. Will someone from Newmarket come forward? No. In first place, just edging out Newmarket, with 85 hours of training per volunteer, goes to Brunswick Ambulance and Rescue Company. Will someone please come forward? The Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company sponsors the award for the MUMA Outstanding Service Award, and it's dedicated in the memory of the MUMA family. Their leadership abilities and determined perseverance have been so vital to the successful existence and progressive growth experienced by the company since 1949. This award is presented to volunteers who are outstanding individuals in their home fire, rescue, and auxiliary companies, the association, or the association auxiliary. Reading this award will be Bonnie Hurley, and presenting will be Betty Ann Mumma. And escorted by former Chief Hurley.
This recipient is recognized for his exceptional leadership, unwavering. It's too heavy for her. This recipient is recognized for his exceptional leadership, unwavering dedication, and transformative service to the department and the community. Joined the company in 2005 and demonstrates the qualities of an outstanding leader. Trained as both an EMT and firefighter, has the insight into the needs and challenges of operational members while maintaining a strong appreciation for the administration responsibilities that sustain a successful department. Has served as president for the last 10 years, and the volunteers and career staff are treated with dignity, heard when concerns are raised, and supported in their efforts to serve the community. Most visible impact is through his leadership of the Carnival Committee, has made significant improvements to the event through his vision and willingness to make difficult decisions, which results in raising over $1 million. Known as the boss of the kitchen and the dining hall, he leads a dedicated team that supports buffets and events. His consistent presence shows his dedication. He spends most evenings at the department performing repairs, addressing maintenance needs to ensure that the facility remains safe and functional. Dennis McGrew of the Urbana Volunteer Fire Company is the recipient of the MUMA Outstanding Service Award. Thank you for all you do for your department and community.
Our next award was one of the, I think, the first 5 awards that the association ever did. And this one recognizes the EMS Member of the Year. It is truly my privilege to introduce Dr. Fillmore, who's here in a non-emergency situation, to help present this award, and Linda Canali will be reading the qualifications.
The recipient of this award has made outstanding and enduring contributions to the advancement, professionalism, and operational effectiveness of the EM program within his department. He consistently staffed the ambulance during C shift, enabling career personnel to supplement engine staffing. During the government furlough, he demonstrated exceptional dedication by reporting to every scheduled C shift, ultimately working 14 consecutive shifts totaling 336 hours and responding to 156 EMS calls, providing critical care when it was most needed. According to the lieutenant of the C shift, and I quote, "His commitment during that period was exceptional and demonstrated true dedication to the department and his fellow firefighters," end quote. The recipient is recognized on calls for his calm, confident, and reassuring presence. Patients and their families routinely encounter a responder who is composed, knowledgeable, and fully committed to delivering the highest standard of care. In addition to his staffing responsibilities, the recipient has played a pivotal role in enhancing EMS education and professional development within the department. In 2025, he organized several in-station EMS training sessions, supported high school standby events, and served as a regional career and technology education judge in the CPR category, sharing his expertise and promoting excellence in emergency medical care. His influence extends to membership development, where his engaging demeanor, guidance, and willingness to share knowledge ensure new members are welcome, supported, and equipped for success. He regularly volunteers at fundraising events, and his peers have shown their respect and confidence in him by electing him to the board of directors for the 2026 through 2027. A graduate of Northeastern University's paramedic program and a U.S. Army veteran, the recipient joined his department prepared to respond to calls. The recipient exemplifies professionalism and a genuine commitment to public community service, especially because he seeks neither recognition or accolades. The EMS Member of the Year is Rob Abramowitz of the Urbana Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad. His dedication and selfless contribution to emergency medical services are deserving of acknowledgement, and the department expresses pride in his efforts. Rob, please come forward. Stand up. Come on.
you, sir. You know, sometimes at the training center, the fire class is going on and the EMT class is going on, and you ask a couple of those old firefighters how to do EMT. ABC, airway breathing, can you walk? And the other lesson is sticky side down. Our next award presentation is quite important. This is for the Firefighter of the Year. The award is presented in recognition of an individual's outstanding citizenship and exemplary job achievement as an active firefighter or rescue person. And assisting with that tonight, and I lost my page, Joy Schrei. Joy Schrei will be doing that. Sorry.
I'm trying to keep mine short and sweet, too. This person has demonstrated outstanding dedication, professionalism, and commitment to service throughout the past year. He responded to 197 emergency calls, making him the department's top responder and showcasing his readiness and reliability. He also completed emergency medical technician course, furthering his skills and his department's ability to provide exceptional patient care. He works seamlessly alongside the career staff, serving as a dependable and respected member of 24-hour crews. His teamwork, respect for procedures, and consistent professionalism contributes to a strong station environment. Beyond emergency response, he supports many company initiatives, contributes to the department's activities, and upholds the traditions and values that define our fire service. His integrity and dedication truly sets him apart. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the 2026 Firefighter of the Year Award to firefighter Josh Agani from the United Fire Company. What I neglected to tell you, he's also a past intern with our group, so we're very proud to see him here.
Our next presentation is one that's not always given each year. This is the Firefighter Medal of Valor. And
Can you guys help?
the medal is presented in recognition of a volunteer who performed a personal act in a courageous manner in the protection of lives while engaged in the mediation of a fire, rescue, hazmat incident, or other type of emergency response. So assisting Jeff in these presentations tonight will be Chief Coe and Deputy Chief Blake.
All right, this is going to be a super long one because we could not condense this. So everybody that was on this unit citation award could, in Middletown for the entrapment call on the house fire at 102 Locust Court on April 10th, 2025. If you're out in the audience, can you please come up? There's got to be somebody. Okay. All right. On this house fire entrapment at 102 Locust Court on April 10th, 2025 at 23:58 hours Incident number, a long one. Engine 72 from Middletown Volunteer Fire Company was dispatched to a reported automatic fire alarm at 104 Locust Court. Assistant Chief Patrick Stevens and Lieutenant Luke Stevens responded to the incident from their home, which was only a few blocks away. The dispatcher advised the responding units that there was an alarm going off in the background and they had an open line with no response from the caller. Then the caller stating to send help right away. Assistant Chief Stevens and Lieutenant Stevens arrived on the scene within minutes after the dispatched address. Corrections were made for the occupant who reported that they had no emergency at home. Engine 72 then arrived on the scene of the dispatch, and Captain Willoughby conversed with Assistant Chief Stevens, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Okay. Chief Stevens, who advised the dispatch address was not the location. Smoke was visible from a chimney at 102 Locust Court. The home next investigated. The front door was unlocked. They entered home calling out to see if anyone was there. As they attempted to go down the hallway of the smoke-filled house, he could hear an elderly person calling for help. Lieutenant Stevens did not have a radio, full protective clothing, or self-containing breathing apparatus, and had to back out of the heavy smoke conditions since the other units were not aware of they were inside. He shouted to the occupant, someone who would be right there. Upon exiting the house, Lieutenant Stevens ran to the side of the house where the responders were located and advised Chief Stevens and the captain of the fire that the house was full of smoke, as well as someone calling for help. Additional resources were sent. The remainder of the engine crew, Technician Yoder, Firefighter White, and Firefighter Jacobs, relocated at 102 Locust Court and worked to connect water supply and advance hose lines into the front door. Lieutenant Stevens was a crew from Engine 72. While the engine crew, Firefighter White and Firefighter Jacobs, would advance the hose line to the front door. Assistant Chief Stevens approached the front door home and heard off-duty technician Hartner, who lived right across the street and was very familiar with the layout of the house and the location of the occupant's bedroom. Without his technician, without any protective clothing, and also entered and started down the hallway, the captain entered with the technician Hartner and told him to leave, and the responding units, I'm not leaving. They continued towards the back of the house for searching, and Assistant Chief Stevens was unable to locate anyone in the bedroom. Left to the home command incident, was able to locate the occupancy of the house on the first floor. The occupant advised that she was not getting up and could not breathe. The technician summoned the captain, who was very close, searching in the occupant of the location. Working together, they navigated to the front door, carrying the occupant out of the house safely. Captain Willoughby returned to the crew and found the fire and extinguished it. The fire was located in a basement near an electrical panel, fortunately in a water pipe in the area of where the fire had erupted and extinguished. Once outside, technician remained with the occupant until the EMS crew arrived. The ambulance crew arrived, transporting to Maryland shock trauma days later for smoke inhalation. Due to the quick actions of the personnel, they put their own risk of lives, especially Chief Stevens, Lieutenant Stevens, and Technician Harner. The occupant was rescued with life-threatening emergencies and relocated to a safe place. The personnel the personnel of this incident acted swiftly, professionally, as a team and made rescues within minutes regarding their own safety to rescue the elderly resident, and that's why they are here and well deserving of this award. Good? All right. Oh. All right. One more. One down, one to go. All right, this is a special one also for the 33rd nomination recipient award form. This is Outstanding Unit Award. We received all this information. Chief Kennedy, if you could come up, and Chief 17. Anybody that was involved in this unit citation award on May 25th, 2025 with the I-70 westbound and Barfalo's Road. If they are here, could they please come up? I know Danny's here and I know Bucky's here. Where'd Danny go? Oh, he's coming up. Okay. I'm in trouble?
This isn't next.
Oh, she just said it was next. I don't know. I'm just doing what I was told. Sorry. All right. So on May 25th, 2025, units were dispatched with the volunteer and career personnel for an MVA I-70 westbound at Barfalo's Road, which included a box truck and a tractor trailer responding to a fire with entrapment and ejection. With these individuals as a team, mitigated the utmost amount of professionalism. First apparatus crews arrived at 16:15, and finally from Newmarket Fire Department, engine went in service the next day at 00:39. All right, so his unit citation, I gotta read the 3 CAD messages because Ben wasn't very good at writing stuff, so the easiest for me to do is read the remarks. It was dispatched for the reported vehicle accident, rollover, fire ejection. While en route, Battalion 903 requested a tanker due for the smoke conditions on I-70. Ambulance 159 was smoke east of Way Station. Maryland State Police at Barfalo's Road, Trooper 3 on standby, 12 minutes if needed. There were 2 patients produced still inside of the semi-tractor trailer. Battalion 901 assumed command on the I-70 eastbound, the right shoulder at the truck scales. All right. Can lead. Engine 153 was on the scene with a tractor trailer and 2 people trapped. Command requested a second tanker, which brought Carroll County Tanker 1 on that. Engine 153 on the scene. The crews from Engine 152 deployed 500 feet of 1 3/4 line off the front. It was going to extinguish the fire. The second line was pulled for a standpipe. The crew of Engine 152 and the tractor trailer deployed on the opposite side with multiple injuries. Rescue Squad 15 responded to the car accident with ejection upon they found a tractor trailer that had collided with a box truck. The box truck was on fire. Crews assisted in overhaul and hotspots after the fire. Rescue Squad 15 had extricated 2 patients, and unfortunately, they were 2 priority 4 patients from the wreckage. All right, dispatch for a vehicle fire with ejection. We assist engine 172 from station 17 was there, so I'd like to introduce these. Unit citation for the I-70 westbound Barfalo's Road incident. Thank you. Thank you.
At this time, we have 2 more inductees to the Hall of Fame. It used to be we inducted 10 each year. Now we're doing 7. So to help with these presentations, we have Jeff and our first reader is Kim Shelton.
The nominee entered membership in the fire company as a junior member in 1981, starting his volunteer career with EMT and continuing to be a very active and valuable member of the company, constantly taking training. He has held operational ranks of sergeant, captain, and assistant chief, serving on many committees such as personnel, membership, building, fire prevention, apparatus, social, policy manual, and many more. Awards received are Junior Firefighter of the Year in '82, Life Membership in '98, the Louis Sturtzbohr Award for 20 years of service, the Chiefs Award for the company in 2004, the Millard M. McMastrino Instructor Safety Award for his dedication to education and training in 2019. In 2024, he received the Silver Spring Award for Excellence in Fire Prevention at the MSFA Convention in Ocean City. He has also served in administrative roles within the company, such as director, first vice president, second vice president, the position he currently holds. The nominee is also currently the vice president of the Ladies Auxiliary. He served for several years as a trustee on the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association Executive Committee. He was a charter member of the hazmat team at Fort Detrick. He's volunteered many hours of his time to educate the public, members of several fire companies, as well as community organizations in fire prevention, CPR certification, stop the bleed, fire extinguisher training, first aid training, and hands-only CPR with AED. As a member of the Fire Prevention Committee at the station, as well as the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association Fire Prevention Life Safety Committee, he curtailed a program for fire extinguishers for a local business that would train each shift and save the county, or the company rather, thousands of dollars. He also certified their department heads in CPR, first aid, and stop the bleed. The training they received ultimately saved the life of an employee that had a piece of steel impaled in his leg. The company made generous donations to both the fire company and auxiliary. He taught hands-only CPR and AED to a retirement community in Urbana, which resulted in hundreds of dollars in donations to the auxiliary. He assisted in coordination with Vector Media for placement of the fire safety ads on Frederick County transit buses, which made quite an impact within our city and county. He provides fire and life safety training at the auxiliary meetings on a regular basis and has become a champion in sharing fire life safety instruction and information throughout the county. He serves on the Maryland State Firefighters Association and Ladies Auxiliary of the Maryland State Firefighters Association Fire Prevention Life Safety Committees and the Mid-Atlantic Life Safety Conference Committee. In recognition of his dedication to providing training and education to the citizens and member companies of Frederick County, it is with great pleasure that the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association and Ladies Auxiliary would like to induct Timothy Shelton of Junior Fire Company to the Hall of Fame of Frederick County.
Come on up, Kinkling.
Thank you, Kinkling. Appreciate that. Okay.
Really am glad these shoes are comfortable.
Me too. Our last inductee, the nomination will be read by Linda Canali.
The volunteer being inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight has been a member of a fire department for over 30 years, starting as an operational member and transitioning to the fire police. For decades, he consistently responded to incidents throughout Frederick County. He can be seen assisting at major incidents anytime, anywhere to support the fire police. In 2025, he responded to 355 incidents, almost one a day. Also, he will assist at non-emergency events that the fire police are called upon to provide safe passage for the public. For decades, he has dedicated hundreds of hours a year as one of the most committed members of the Frederick County Fire Police. I am proud to announce that James Snyder of Libertytown Volunteer Fire Department will be inducted into the Hall of Fame for his dedication to the fire service, especially the fire police, for over 30 years. Congratulations. The Millard Mick Instructor Safety Award is presented by and sponsored by the Mastrino family along with United Steam Fire Engine Number 3. Mick was a longtime member of that department in both the operational and administrative side. The department and the family decided to sponsor the award to honor his service of years, and the nomination for this award will be read by Debbie Fox, and hopefully there's someone here from the Mastrino family to help with the presentation. Oh, Jeff, you can do it.
Toots here somewhere.
Toots here?
I am pleased to announce the recipient of this year's Millard Mick Mastrino Instructor Safety Award. This year's honoree has served as chief officer in his organization since 2022, demonstrating a strong commitment to enhancing training programs and mentoring cadets and new members. He has organized regular training drills both within the county and beyond, securing out-of-county resources for specialized instruction, including search and rescue, ladder operations, auto extrication, and flashover simulating training. His achievements are exemplary, reflecting outstanding leadership, clear vision, and a dedication to strengthening the company's mission, particularly through the development of its newer and younger members. This recipient truly embodies the values of dedication and training, safety, and service that the Mastrino Award represents. His unwavering commitment to the Jefferson Volunteer Fire Company and the broader fire service community makes Mark Fluck a deserving recipient of this distinguished honor. I should tell him. Mark, I'm not going to tell him I changed your diapers.
I had her as a student, as I recall. Or Smiley and I both had him as student. Our next presentation is for the Michael Wilcom Officer of the Year Award. It is in memory of Mike Wilcom, Deputy Chief of the Newmarket District Volunteer Fire Department, who died in the line of duty in 1993. He was active, dedicated member of his department and worked aggressively to guide and to assist others in maximizing their capabilities. Reading the nomination will be Kim Shelton.
Throughout 2025, the nominee has provided disciplined, forward-thinking leadership while maintaining a firm commitment to core traditions of the fire service. Ensuring operational readiness across all divisions, holding officers and members accountable to established standards while fostering a culture of professionalism and performance. Emergency response operations have remained organized, decisive, and mission-focused, reinforcing public trust and internal confidence in the department's leadership. Maintaining a visible and constant presence at incidents, trainings, and company functions, setting expectations through personal example, his command at emergency scenes reflects sound judgment, calm decision-making, and unwavering focus on firefighter safety and effective incident resolution while demanding competence, preparation, and discipline, strengthening operational outcomes and organizational morale. The member was among the department's leading responders for 2025. Not limiting his responsibilities to administrative, he answered alarms, supported crews on the scene, and shared the workload expected of every member, fulfilling all command competency requirements and actively participating in command competency skills scenarios. Serving as a member of the committee responsible for the specification of the new Chief XL Braun ambulance, he contributed to the planning and design process, ensuring it met operational demands and safety standards. The nominee traveled to complete the final inspection of the ambulance prior to delivery, reviewing workmanship, equipment, installation, and compliance with specifications. Assisting with operational improvements to the UTV and trailer, evaluating equipment placement, functionality, and deployment capabilities for efficient response to special operations, off-road incidents, and community events. Demonstrating a strong commitment of an officer development and succession planning, investing time in mentoring subordinate officers, reinforcing the importance of the chain of command, accountability, and professional growth, emphasizing training standards and clear communication. This has strengthened the department's leadership and ensured continuity of capable command. It is with great pride and unequivocal support that the United Fire Company nominate Chief Brendan Beaton for the Michael Wilcom Officer of the Year Award.
Well, thanks. Hi. One of the newer awards for presentation is called the Heart of a Volunteer Award. It's presented by the Stoll family in memory of their son Donnie Jr., a longtime member-in-chief of Lewistown District Volunteer Fire Department. Assisting us with this presentation will be Joyce Schrei.
This person has been a dedicated member of the Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance Company since 2006 and the Brunswick Fire Company since 2016. Tonight, we recognize the volunteer whose service, strength, and dedication honored through this award in memory of Donald R. Stoll Jr. truly reflect the heart of our fire and rescue community. For 2 decades, this individual has supported the Brunswick Volunteer Fire Company and Auxiliary and the Brunswick Volunteer Ambulance Company, consistently stepping up to ensure the essential behind-the-scenes work is handled with care and excellence. She has provided steady leadership as auxiliary president, secretary, and chair of the LOSAP program, always advocating for fellow volunteers. Her commitment extends deeply into the community outreach. She has been instrumental in bringing to life major events such as the Easter Bunny Breakfast, Breakfast with Santa, and several annual fundraisers that strengthen our community and support operations. What truly sets her apart is her resilience. In 2021, she faced both a heart attack and a brain aneurysm, challenges that would cause many to step back. Instead, she continued to show up and serve with unwavering dedication, inspiring everyone around her. Her service has never been about recognition. It's about genuine care for her community and her fellow volunteers. She is the definition of the heart of a volunteer. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present this year's Heart of the Volunteer Award to Roberta Robbie Simons.
Our next award is also a somewhat more recent recognition of service, and it is presented by the family of former County Commissioner Bruce Reeder Sr. It is the Golden Service Award. It earned its name from it earns its name of golden because people have contributed 50 years of service, active service in one or more of the county volunteer fire rescue or ambulance companies. So presenting this, we have members of the Reeder family who are here tonight, and also reading the nomination will be Debbie Fox.
Well, no. Since joining the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company in 1972, this dedicated member has exemplified unwavering commitment and service. In his early years, he worked diligently behind the scenes, ensuring the upkeep and maintenance of the company's facilities. Over time, he took on leadership roles, chairing several key committees and playing an active role in all aspects of fundraising. With an impressive 53 years of experience in financial management, he was elected company treasurer in 1977. Remarkably, 48 years later, he continues to serve in that role with the same dedication and precision. Now at 92 years old, he remains one of the organization's most active and respected members. His integrity and sound judgment are beyond reproach, qualities that are essential in the vital role of treasurer. He has devoted countless hours in managing the company's finances, overseeing income, expenditures, and investments with exceptional care and responsibility. In recognition of his extraordinary service, the company has honored him with a Lifetime Achievement Honorary Member and has presented him with 2 President's Awards. In 2004, he was inducted into the Frederick County Volunteer Fire Rescue Hall of Fame. His continued service stands as a testament to a lifetime of integrity, excellence, and dedication to the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company. Please join me in congratulating Bernard Weibel of the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company. And unfortunately, Bernie had a fall this week and was able to be with us this evening. So I think Linda's going to accept the award on his behalf.
When Bruce was on the county council and he had an office in Winchester Hall, and it was my first round of being president of the association, I went to him for counsel. It was enlightening, to say the least, but it was a good lesson in county government. So. At this point, Lisa Miller would like to do a recognition. I invite her to the podium.
I'd like to take a minute to recognize the committee. James Bartow, Linda Canali, Marguerite Demuth, Debbie Fox, Bonnie Hurley, Emma Main, Jeff Charay, Kim Shelton, and Joy Schrei. Without them, this would not happen. I just want to thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate the achievements and success of our exceptional awardees and nominees. This has been an evening of celebration. Congratulations on your outstanding accomplishments, and you are a testament to what can be achieved with passion and commitment. Your presence here tonight has added to the significance of this celebration. Thank you for joining us, for your support and sharing in the occasion. Remember, recognition is not just about the award, it is about the impact we make and the difference we bring to our communities. Have a wonderful night and safe travels home. Thank you.
Before we have our closing by our chaplain from the County Association, it's my pleasure to acknowledge, and you can look on the back of your program, the behind-the-scenes groups that help make this possible, and with special thanks to Alexis Morgan for photography, and also to Nikki Burris and Alan Hurley for their assistance and guidance in doing this program. And now, the people who were inducted into the Hall of Fame. After the ceremony closes, would you please gather at the back so Alexis can take your picture? Meanwhile, the Rev is here. Tim May.
Let's bow our heads as we come together in prayer. Almighty and everlasting God, thank you for the blessings bestowed upon us. Thank you for the opportunities given to us that we may come to serve this county, true servants of those who are in need and in want. Father, we pray for our country. We pray for the men and women who wear the uniform of the nation. We pray for all who put on the uniform of the badge. Father, continue to bless us in our walk and our witness. Thanking you for these volunteers, these men and women who have stepped forward, given of their time, effort, and energies. Continue to bless us in our walk and our witness. Asking all this through the giver of hope and hope eternal. He is our God, he is our Lord. And all God's people said, amen. You are now dismissed.